Hi everyone, I hope you are doing well. If you're not, you will. This is the craziest thing, and I have no idea where. I know I have heard this song before, but I have to say, I think it was when I was a kid, and I'm like 56 years old, so it had to be like, I don't know, in the 70s or something. What? Get off the bus, Gus. Make a new stand for. Make a new. I don't know. It was that get off the bus, Gus. Make a new friend stand or something like that. I don't know why the hell that is popping into my mind. I've not been able for the last hour to get that out of my mind. So I don't know what that means. So for someone, it might mean something. I pray. But now you're all jinxed with me and you will repeat that song for the rest of the day. So we'll be in it together. Okay. I'm going to start coining these as today is the day, now is the time. Because if we're looking in the back and we're trying to cart that crap forward, we're not going to be able to move forward. We're taking from the past the knowledge and leaving the crap there. We're just taking the awareness of it, right? And if we're too far ahead, we're missing what's going on right here. So now is the time, today is the day. And never underestimate the power of an ordinary day, because that's where the magic happens. Okay, so whenever you see this, it's perfect for you. But I'm going to put the timeline on it for the weekly of September 9. So that's where we go. I think this is fantastic. I'm excited. I'm so excited because I'm in this as well with everyone, right? I think the main issue that people have is to try to keep their life in a positive momentum moving forward way with all the insanity everywhere, here, there, and everywhere. You can't miss it. So you just have to limit it. You have to limit, your exposure to that. So that's the plan here, because there is a future. The world is not going anywhere. That I assure you as well. Okay, so get excited about this. We have fantastic cards today. I'm so excited. We have the Ace of Cups. We have these coins. And we have the Eight of Cups. Okay, fantastic. I want to say this. This is a week where, and I don't care how old you are, I don't care where you live, what you do, if you are sucking wind listening to this, this is for you. Take a risk with the air of certainty that you only have when you're a child. Remember that. It's not even an option that you would fail. It's not even an option that it wouldn't work out. It's not even an option that it's a crazy idea. You just want to do it, and you're going to do it, and you're confident about it. You're not insecure about it. You're not, anything. Put that in your mind. Let that be your mindset, because that, I think, is exactly what we need here. And that's exactly what these cards are saying. We are fertile soil on harvest ground, all of us. And we need to remember that, or we need to know that. Get excited, rejuvenate things. Let me hit this first from a relationship standpoint, okay? If there are issues there and you're currently still in the relationship, right? Whatever that is, it could be a work relationship, you hate your boss, so you're going to quit, or your colleagues are a pain in the butt, or whatever it is, it's a time to listen to this reading and think about it, digest it, let it sit, and then make concrete decisions, right? Long term. Sometimes relationships you think are on their last leg and they just need a breath of fresh air. They just need something. But how these things come to be, and they're different for everyone, this is general, I'm just saying. Sometimes you need to put your vulnerabilities on the table. You just need to be courageous about things, because if you're in a relationship and it means something to you, at least do that. At least try that before you say this is not going to work. You know what I mean? It's an assumption that people know things about each other, and we don't say things because we're insecure. If they knew that I needed this, they would call me this, or these kind of crazy things. Again, we're entering the week with the air of confidence that you only have when you're a child. When you're a child, you don't think this person is going to think I'm a lunatic because of this. You may actually just free something up that has been a kink in the wheel, or you just need a breath of fresh air, or you need to check the pulse, right? Relationships need tending. Today is the day. Now is the time. for any kind of relationship, work relationship, family dynamic, friendships, all of that. So I just wanted to put that out there, that if you're thinking about making that change, let's maybe digest what I have to say here, and maybe some of this will fit for you and maybe some of it won't. Again, it's just courage is a crazy ass thing, right? It needs to be scared into you. It's not something that you just say, today I'm just going to get up and be courageous. It's usually something that hinged on a relationship dynamic, or vulnerabilities are ingrained, and they're patterns that we develop for self-protection. But when we find that we are now showing up, defensive, or what are you defending? What are you defending that thinks it needs protection? You know what I'm saying? Ask yourself that. And why do you feel you need to protect it? Why are you not just putting it out there? You're enough. You're whole. You're complete. The world around you is all you see, and all you touch is all your life will ever be. So it's a relating game, right? That's what it is. So get excited. Reinvention. Relationships here can be friendships that turn into romantic relationships. They can be new job opportunities. These are two ones. Ones are the root of anything. They're the beginning. They're the seeds. They're the universal ego, not the personal ego, the universal ego, which is the veil is removed and I see that all of these possibilities are mine. The power is coming from me. You are programmed to receive, right? That's what this is really about. And the Eight of Cups is knowing that you just have this knowing inside of you that this isn't it. There's more here, right? But the disconnect is sometimes we can just we are in this place where we're resentful, and we're defensive, and we're split off from the pulse of life. And that's what the Eight of Cups is. The Eight of Cups, though, is the power to overcome any kind of obstacle. I don't care if it's that Eight of Swords where the woman is, wrapped up in the thing. Eight is a power number. And you have that within you. That's the power inside of you that you have to make changes in your life. That's the hidden secret. That's the truth that sets you free. Okay? I want to say something here too. It's time to open your wings, to let life shape you, to not put constraints on yourself. You want your life to look like a certain way. This is a time where you want to say, you know what? I want more. I want more of this. I want more of that, but I don't really know what that is, what that looks like, what that curtails. The universe, it's easier to look into your life than it is for you to look out. And you would be pleasantly surprised if you just said, just give me the glorious life that is divinely mine, and let it show up. Let it show up and let me not miss a beat of it. And you will. And it'll look like something that you can't even imagine, right? We think we know it all, but we know very little. And when we change ourselves on things like that, we change our perspectives on things. We don't have the ability to change the world per se, but we have the opportunity to change ourselves, and then our world changes. I'm not going to harp on this to you, but this is a time where you really want to open your wings here and let life shape you into a better version of yourself, and you will be pleasantly surprised at what shows up at your doorstep, right? Relationships, jobs, people's opportunities, the things that you're excited about, that you have a pulse, that you are filled with joy, not just happiness that's contingent upon something. You have joy. You're joy filled to be alive, right? And I think what I really want to state with these cards here is that this is an opportunity is for a fresh breath, for a fresh start, for newness into your life. I think we are on a level playing field here where we have never been before, okay? There's no longer an innocence that we thought we all had, right? There's no longer the best country to live. There's no longer the freedoms we thought were just a given, right? We're very clear now that things have changed in the blink of an eye. right? But it also, in this, levels the playing field. It makes more options available. It lets more perspectives change, right? You see things differently now. This isn't how we were told life was, but now we see we have a lot more freedoms in other ways, right? The things are changing here where we realize we're really in the driver's seat. It's not someone saying to us, we need to protect ourselves from this, and this is for this, and this is for this. We're seeing things totally different, that we're all alike. We all want the same things in life as far as like freedoms and happiness and joy and life and food and clothing and shelter and solid relationships and protection. And all of that sits in this reading. This is why I'm harping on it. All you have to do is release the defenses, put the defenses down. There's nothing that is going to harm you here. You are expanding your life and you're showing up whole, right? So the relationships that are coming in are not to save you, they're to enhance you. Any kind of relationship, right? But sometimes we think, if only I had this relationship, this would be better. If only I had this would be better. No, you are whole. And you're just wanting more. And that's a pulse of life. That's natural, right? What fills and inflames you? Let it shape you into a better version of yourself. I think sometimes we are so afraid of losing what we have that we don't take chances. I would flip that on its head and say we should be more fearful of not taking chances and ending up stagnant. Because even something that you're filled with joy about today is going to change. But you are the catalyst to these changes in your life. And when you're whole and you move through things like that, these things come to you. So that's what I'm saying here. They just don't seem as scary, and it's much more fearful to let yourself slip into oblivion than to try new things. And again, defensiveness only comes from not allowing yourself to show your vulnerabilities. Sometimes we're shy. Sometimes we don't know how to fit into society. People are talking all the time that Venus is about love and this and that, and she is. The planet is. It is about love, but it's more about social security. How secure do I feel in the world? You know what I mean? And when you're fearful that you're showing up and you're inadequate and you're trying to be perfect and you're trying to fit in and you're trying to do this and you're trying to look like this, just show up like yourself and you will be elated at how many people start to follow you. That's the power within you to shake things up, right? When you get in the middle ground and you can look around in the peripheries, it's like, I do want this. I do want this. I want to change this. It's a whirlwind here. Again, I reference that you've got to keep that air of innocence that you're not going to fail. And if you fail, who cares? It's an experience. It's a life stepping stone under your plate. And it really isn't fear. It's just we all need a story. And nobody has a story. No one can build a book if you don't do things, if you don't take chances, if you don't take opportunities, if you don't explore things, if you don't eat things that are different, if you don't try different things, if you don't learn different languages, anything, whatever it is. I'm trying to put it all out here so that I cover everybody. There are romantic beginnings here. There are fate and destiny here. There are boosts in career here. There are changes in full potentials here. Things that light you on fire in a good way. There are commitments and strong intentions here. When I say commitments, I'm saying, that's where I was saying in the beginning of this, I really felt like at any age you can really do anything. You just have to have the vibrancy within you. And to have vibrancy, you need to nurture yourself. You need to take care of yourself. And I'm not talking so much about pampering as eating the right foods, going to bed on time. There are wisdoms here too. This was one message that I did get. It's about, kind of like not throwing the baby out with the bathwater. Things change, but wisdom from the ages is a solid foundation. Take that and build your life. Take that and build build traditions, build things that are yours. There is also a message in here, and it was more of a vision than a message. Go places that, say you're in a relationship, right? This is just an example. Go places that, this is you need to do things on your own. I don't care if you're married, I don't care about any of that. I don't care if you're whatever. Do things by yourself for a little bit. You know what I mean? Go to lunch by yourself. Eat the same kind of food that you need to shake things up in here. And what I think that this time is also showing us is how to stand on your own 2 feet. You know what I mean? The memories of the past seem so fantastic, but then when we get back there, we realize there's a reason that they're in the past. You know what I mean? So if something there is holding you back or making you feel like your heart is sinking because you want to be back there, that was a better time. Go to these places, go do these things, eat these foods, try these things on your own and bring a new perspective to this. You know what I mean? Say you went to vacation all this time and you're missing like when you were a kid and you did all these things. You know what I mean? Or some kind of timeline, something that you're thinking was better than where you're at now. Go back and do that thing by yourself, not with the people that were in the story. Go do it by yourself. Have a new perspective on that, right? If you're hearing something about a country that you think is, whatever, an interest to you, but you're fearful because you hear about this, go there. Go do some research on that. Go talk to the people. Find someone online that is from there. Get a newer perspective. There's a broadening here that is going to bring us together, and it's not going to separate us. It's make us we're on a level playing field, and I can't stress that enough. So this is jumping from the world as a whole, all of us as people, and it's how we're showing up in our lives, right? Let your vulnerabilities be shown. Honestly, don't judge yourself for them, because if you don't acclimate these things into your life, they are where these come up and we're walking around life like the living dead. We don't want that. We want vibrancy. Look how active these people are. They're thrilled to be doing what they're doing. They're trying new things. They're going new places. There is a rift here. There's like a loss of faith. Faith and hope is just realizing that there is a larger power at play here. And I'm telling you there is. I've been doing this my whole life. I've seen things, I've smelt things, I've experienced things. I assure you, you have nothing to lose by trying new things here. For others of you, you're turning a blind eye to something that is long overdue. And again, just the knowing of that is what I would take from this reading. This is all about you taking something from here and saying, I can use this as a jumping off point. This could use a little crispness. This could use a little tidying up. I really don't like this anymore. Whatever it is for you. These aces are huge. They're earthly. They're kind of like you're just able to experience through your senses what this is that you pull into your life. And the will of the soul is to feel alive, And we never feel more alive than when a new relationship comes by. Try to or when we're a kid, I'm trying to get you to feel those things inside and use those as you walk through things, as you meet new people, talk to people, say hello, do the thing, wear the thing, it's the level playing field I go back to in that crazy song. I don't know what that song is about. I honestly don't even remember the last time I heard it. It had to be like years ago. A lot of things are coming into these readings that I've not had I've not thought of or experienced or anything in years. And that song, I'm pretty sure, was from when I was a kid or something. It's just like so long ago. So maybe pull up the lyrics on there and see if there's something in there that strikes you, or a timeline, or maybe a parent or a grandparent or somebody, or, there's something here too about the wisdom of the ages and not throwing that away, but making it better, right? This is a generational thing too, I feel, where Some things are solid. They're the foundations that we take, even if there was, drama or trauma or whatever. But there are still solidities in life that go through the timelines, and they're great jumping off points. Take the pieces from that work for you and pull it forward. The classics are classics for a reason. Take pieces of that and make it unique to you, right? These are putting yourself out there. If relationships aren't working, maybe look at how to deal with that. Be honest with yourself. What can I do here? Or, you can't change another person, but this is changing yourself, and then see if it changes, or things like that. If you're on the fence thinking about those things. Communities, new friends, new groups. There was something about, just groups of people. It really takes me back again to just aligning with different people and accepting and seeing new freshness in the things that you were told, like people or cultures or were different. And now you're realizing, you know what? They're really not. We're all the same, and we kind of all want the same thing, and we need to work together, and we need to be tolerant of each other. There are exciting times. Things start out with excitement, right? And then they turn into determination. And then we become masters at them. You have to believe in something enough to use it as a jumping off point. Anything. Get proficient in something enough that you can use it as a jumping off point, right? There's a chance here for some people to reach full potentials at something. If you really like something and you're just dabbling around in it, think about that. Think about upping that into something. For some of you, there are serious offers here that come in where you're single and you didn't think, or again, with the age thing, you don't think it's ever going to happen. It sits here. It does. And this is a magical time. Take action here. For some of you too, this is a really passionate time. So embrace that as well. Again, if you're holding yourself back in these regards because you have insecurities or things like that, put them out on the table. People want real. I'm telling you this from years and years and years of experience from men and women. And this is not just, if you're looking for someone to boost your ego, the relationship will not last. If you're looking for someone to save you, the relationship is not going to last. You need to show up 100%, and the other person will be 100%. If you're not showing up into a relationship 100% whole, but just enjoying this and giving it the time to grow, and little by little by little, it becomes something, it's not going to last. This is just how it goes. So be you, all of you. And it's those things that keep relationships going. And it's those things that make careers and jobs and the things that you do exciting and that you enjoy. That's what I've got. I hope that this helped you. I think too, there are opportunities here to overcome obstacles. I think there are new homes, new jobs, new work. I think there's offers of commitments. I think there's offers of love. I think there's offers of jobs. The main flavor of this week is that air of innocence that you had when you were a kid. Walk through this life for a week and let me know how this works out for you. I am so excited. I'm going to do the same thing. These readings apply to me too. I'm not going to babble here, but I'm saying that this week, if you do these things, can shape you into a better version of yourself and ignite the fire again. This is literally like the pulse. The pulse just starts again. And it starts raw and it starts real, and it just changes your life. And in that, we can change the world, right? Because it's us who's going to change the world. I think too, I really feel like this is a time where we are synchronizing. I don't know what exactly is synchronizing. It's a feeling I've not had before, but it's like it's a coming together into a newness. So all the insanity, just realize that maybe it needs to play out that way. Just let it. But this is where you're going, because when that bubble bursts, you're going to be here with the people that you like, the things that you do, the relationships that last, and you're going to show up with nothing to lose because you're wearing it all. So that's what I've got. I hope that I helped you in some way. Let me know how this week turns out for you. I'm very excited. Okay, thank you so much.